the negativity and how she was being attacked in the comment section.
That joke
But
was crazy. The
this is
comment section
this
was
is the world we
wild.
live in. No, it's actually out of control. People were actually
And
out of
you
control.
know what? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This is an honest space, right? I'm gonna be honest.
For sure, 100%.
I have a toxic trait that sometimes I gotta stop.
What's the toxic trait?
I go straight to the comments. I go in there and I'm
Oh,
like,
that's
oh
not toxic.
my
That's
gosh,
necessary.
this
That's
joint.
necessary.
I be like, people, like for real, because it gets out of control. You know what I'm saying?
But let's say
It gets
this
out of
though.
control.
Every
It gets out of control.
comment
The comments
sections
are
are
getting out of
good.
control.
This one was out of control, but I will say this. I will go, especially if
It's,
it's a funny post, I'm going to the comment section because I need that
oh yeah,
second
yeah,
laugh.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You get
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
But it's a
So like
funny post.
the
But
comment
sometimes I'll
section
be in the
is
serious joints
good.
like, what is in there? I'll be like, what's in these comments? Boop. Ooh, 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 ooh. Mm.
Yeah. I
And
just
then
what yeah.
it's crazy. The comments are crazy. I was just talking to my wife about that. See, I grew up in a
Hmm.
time, you grew up in a time where, you know, you get punched in the face if you say the wrong thing to somebody and it's a fight. There was no leaving
Keyboard
comments.
warriors, yeah.
There's none of
Keyboard
that.
warriors.
I grew up in a time. Listen, I'm playing. Shout out to him. God rest his soul. Lucky. We were kids. We playing at the basketball court. I was like 12, 13.
Hmm.
And I talked about his mom. And he whooped me up. I had a small mouth growing up. But I understood. You have to understand. Listen. If you I listen, if you grew up in my area, you got into a physical altercation with something. That's just how it was because there was no there was space and opportunity. And if you said something and somebody didn't like that was wrong to them, they could punch you in the face. You have to
Yeah, I
know
mean it's
that
a
there's going to
different
be some time. It's a different
it's a
time.
different world right now. Let
You
me
can
ask
touch
you this.
somebody's stuff and you can't
Right.
get
But let
you
me
don't
ask
get
you
away
this
with
real
that.
quick.
Yeah.
If in your situation, if you were JJ Reddick, or if you were
Yeah.
yourself, and you
Yeah.
did something 20 years ago to offend somebody,
Yes.
and they brought it up today,
Yeah.
something that you
Yeah.
did 20 years ago,
Possibly
how
could
would that
happen.
make you feel? How would that make you feel?
I would say I'm sorry that I did it. I'm gonna fess up
What if
to
you
it
don't
if
even
I did it.
remember? What if you don't even
I'm gonna
remember
say I
doing
don't
it?
even remember it, and if I did, I'm sorry. Because
But
I mean, because I
yeah,
like if somebody was like because it sucks. Wrong is wrong, but sometimes people don't know that they're doing wrong because of their mindset is ignorant, and
correct.
that's not like I'm not trying to say it passing byly like oh blah 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 like no it's wrong, but if a person doesn't remember doing it, um if I don't remember doing it, and I was wrong, I'm just gonna be like, I'm sorry, I don't remember doing it. I was wrong. And just
And I
have some
think it should be
compassion.
left. And I think it should be
That's
left
just
at that,
me.
especially if you
Yeah.
have changed. I think we have to get out of
Yep.
this cancel culture mindset, whereas like, you can't, cough or say the wrong word and you're
It's
instantly
wild.
canceled. And I believe that may attribute or may have attributed to people coming to JJ Reddick's defense. We've seen the toxicity of cancel culture, of you saying the wrong thing and you're 86, you're out of there.
It's wild.
Like you can't have errors as a human being. You can't mess up. And I
This is
think the
so
one
crazy.
person that I appreciated that went against the grain was Dave Chappelle. He's like, I'm going to say what I want, and you're not going to cancel me. So not saying that JJ can say whatever he wants, just say the N word, but we have to get out of
Mm-hmm.
this mindset of
Yeah.
um, whenever somebody does something wrong, we
Mm-hmm.
want to just demonize and cancel culture this person. Give them the space to
Yeah.
be able
Yeah.
to safely say, "Hey, this was 20 years ago. I was in the wrong. I do apologize. However that affected you, that is not who I am today." But sometimes with this atmosphere, you can't even admit to it because you're
Mm-mm.
gone, because you're out of there. The job you just had, that's over, because now you know how they like to do.